Huge fight taking place this weekend in Madison Square Garden for the interim heavyweight championship. Tom Aspinall, Sergei Pavlovich. And there's a lot of disrespect on the Tom Aspinall side. I feel like everybody's expecting Sergei Pavlovich to go out there, blitz Tom Aspinall, and knock him out like he's done every single opponent not named Alistair Overeem. And that couldn't be further from the truth. If you guys genuinely believe that Sergei Pavlovich is going to be able to make quick work of Tom Aspinall, you haven't been paying attention to this UK phenomenon. This is a guy, right? When we talk about his striking, this is a guy that used to be one of the main training partners of Tyson Fury. He's trained multiple rounds with him, which he has been on record saying it has made him such a better striker. He has become well-versed in the world of mixed martial arts, right? His ground game is another added element that nobody talks about. But somehow, I think we are led to believe, because we hear the name Sergei, you may think, oh, Sergei Pavlovich is a good wrestler. Wrong. That's not his game at all. He likes to stand and bang. He likes these heavyweight wars, and Tom Aspinall is not going to give it to him.
Yeah, and when you look at what the case, people are making, how is Sergei going to beat him? They say he's going to blitz him. They say he's going to catch him because Tom does leave his chin up in the air. But when you look at how Tom's put his guys away versus how Sergei fights, Sergei leaves himself open. You look at the Curtis Blades fight, a wrestler caught him multiple times. We'll show some clips right here, whether it's a simple jab, whether it's a check left hook. He is catching Sergei many times versus when you look at the opposite, Tom Aspinall. Tom is a much more clean striker, and I promise you guys, when you look at the opponents that Sergei's faced, he has not faced a more technical striker than Tom Aspinall, and I feel like that's a piece that a lot of people aren't talking about.
I agree. I think the speed of Tom Aspinall was going to make this thing tick for him, but I can sit up here all day and talk about shoulda, coulda, woulda. I can actually tell you guys from watching their game, Tom Aspinall approaches the fight very different depending upon who the opponent is. Sergei Pavlovich is very one-dimensional. Not a lot of leg strikes, throws big bombs, hopes to get you up out of there. My question, though, I pose for the audience and everyone that is backing Sergei Pavlovich and throwing a lot of money behind Sergei Pavlovich, when have you seen Sergei Pav fight a heavyweight that moves like Tom Aspinall? Tom Aspinall is so good getting in and out of the pocket. And I know you said Tom sometimes has his chin up in the air. Here's my checkmate to that, because I've been hearing that a lot this week. I think Tom hasn't respected the power of any of his opponents that he has fought. I think Tom Aspinall was very worried about getting his own, game plan going versus what they were going to do to him. And I think that's the spot nobody's talking about here with Sergei Pavlovich. No one's discussing what Tom might do to Sergei. They're discussing what Sergei is going to do to Tom. I see a guy, when I watch Sergei Pavlovich, I see a guy that's defensively negligent. I see a guy that believes that he could take every single shot and is not worried about what's coming back to him. I also see a guy that blitzes forward because, is he worried about his gas tank? Is he worried about not having the same exact power, not having the same exact juice later in the fight? I see a path of least resistance for Tom Aspinall. I think Tom Aspinall can beat Sergei Pavlovich on the feet. I do. I think that 1-2 straight down the pipe, especially when Sergei is throwing his big hooks, is something that can work for Tom Aspinall. But I would say make him think it's going to be a striker's fest. And that's what I think Tom's going to do. I think it's going to make him think it's going to be a striking fest. And I think the moment Sergei looks to get his hands going, I think Tom is going to change levels, take him down, and submit him. I don't see this fight going beyond 3 rounds. Matter of fact, I'm willing to make a bold claim. I think Tom Aspinall gets Sergei Pavlovich out of there in round 1, early round 2. That's what I expect. That's fully what I expect. And I think what everybody's going to be saying, the headline Sunday is going to be, we didn't know Tom Aspinall was this good. He said losing that fight to Curtis Blades due to his injury was the best thing to happen for him. People are making a lot of talk about how he said he was fearful, but sometimes when you're fearful, that's when the best, right? When the best comes out of you, so to speak. They say when a cat is backed into a corner, that's when they're most ferocious. I think Tom Aspinall is going to have a lot of success this weekend against Sergei Pavlovich, even though it's on 2 weeks' notice for both guys. Man, I think Tom is going to put on a world-class performance. I really do.
And that's where, when people are making the case for Sergei, he's just going to go out there and blitz him. Well, when you actually look at it, how is Tom Aspinall going to do it? And what is Sergei's deficiencies? Like you said, he doesn't check leg strikes. So when you look at Sergei's path to victory is stand and bang, swing, 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 catch him with something hard and drop him. Tom can do the exact opposite. Tom can pick him apart. Tom can start going to the legs. Tom can start going to the body, and he's a much more crisp striker. So I'm going to point to, like I said, the Curtis Blades fight. I saw Sergei's chin get checked multiple times. Tom's going to be able to land on Sergei, and I don't think that Sergei's going to be able to expect a crisp Tom Aspinall, and I think that's what's going to do it.
Remember, you guys heard it here first. Tom Aspinall is being widely slept on. People are letting, recency bias plague them. I promise you, Tom Aspinall is not only going to make quick work of Sergei Pavlovich, but he's going to be the face of the heavyweight division for a very long time. If you like more video content like this, give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we go live and new.